Welcome to War Bios, where we delve into the lives of influential figures who shape the course of history. Today, we're going to explore the life and legacy of Demosthenes, one of ancient Greece's most revered orators and statesmen. Born in 384 BCE, Demosthenes would go on to play a pivotal role in Athenian politics, advocating for democracy and resistance against the rising power of Macedon. Demosthenes was born in the Dem of Paeania, a rural area just outside Athens, to a family of moderate means. His father, also named Demosthenes, was a wealthy sword manufacturer who owned a workshop in Athens, while his mother, Cleobule, came from a noble Athenian family. The young Demosthenes grew up surrounded by the hustle and bustle of urban life, with the Acropolis and the Agora within walking distance of his family's home. Tragedy struck when Demosthenes was just 7 years old, as his father passed away, leaving his mother to manage the family's estate. This experience may have instilled in Demosthenes a sense of responsibility and determination that would serve him well in his future endeavors. His mother played a crucial role in shaping Demosthenes' early years, ensuring that he received an excellent education despite the financial challenges faced by the family. Demosthenes' education would have included extensive training in rhetoric, which was considered an essential skill for any aspiring Athenian politician. He studied under prominent teachers, including Isaias and Isocrates, who instilled in him a deep appreciation for the art of oratory and the importance of effective communication. The young Demosthenes would have practiced delivering speeches on various topics, honing his skills in argumentation, persuasion, and eloquence. As Demosthenes entered his late teens, Athens was facing significant challenges, including the growing threat of Macedon under Philip II and the ongoing conflict with Thebes. These external pressures would eventually shape Demosthenes' own political trajectory and inform his views on Athenian foreign policy. The influential Athenian statesman, Callistratus, who had dominated Athenian politics in the preceding decades, was still a prominent figure during Demosthenes' formative years. Although there is no direct evidence of their interaction, it's possible that Demosthenes would have been aware of Callistratus's oratory skills and his ability to sway public opinion. The cultural and intellectual landscape of Athens during this period was vibrant and dynamic, with prominent philosophers like Plato and Aristotle making significant contributions to the city's intellectual heritage. Although there is no direct evidence of Demosthenes' interactions with these philosophers, it's likely that he would have been familiar with their ideas and incorporated elements of their philosophies into his own worldview. As Demosthenes approached adulthood, he was poised to take center stage in Athenian politics. His early experiences had equipped him with the skills, knowledge, and personal qualities that would enable him to make a lasting impact on the city-state. With his education complete and his family's estate secure, Demosthenes was ready to embark on a remarkable journey that would lead him to become one of Athens' most influential leaders. As Demosthenes entered adulthood, he was determined to make a name for himself in Athenian politics. He began by delivering speeches in the Athenian assembly, where he quickly gained recognition for his exceptional oratory skills and his unwavering commitment to democratic principles. Demosthenes' early speeches focused on issues related to Athenian foreign policy, particularly the growing threat of Macedon under Philip II. He argued passionately that Athens must take a strong stance against Macedonian aggression, advocating for increased military spending and strategic alliances with other city-states. Demosthenes' message resonated with many Athenians, who were increasingly concerned about the security of their city-state. His speeches were marked by their eloquence, persuasive power, and ability to inspire his audience. As his reputation grew, Demosthenes became a sought-after advisor and strategist, consulted by prominent Athenian leaders on matters of state and diplomacy. One of Demosthenes' most significant early successes was his involvement in the Athenian response to Philip II's seizure of Amphipolis, a strategic city located near the border with Macedon. In 357 BCE, Demosthenes delivered a series of speeches, known as the Olympiacs, in which he urged the Athenians to take decisive action against Philip and support the city of Olynthus, which was under threat from Macedonian forces. Although the Athenians ultimately failed to prevent the fall of Amphipolis, Demosthenes' speeches had helped to galvanize public opinion and pave the way for future resistance against Macedon. Demosthenes' rise to prominence was also facilitated by his involvement in the Athenian law courts, where he honed his skills as a litigator and advocate. He became known for his exceptional ability to craft compelling arguments, often using his rhetorical skills to persuade juries and judges. Demosthenes' experience in the law courts also gave him a deep understanding of the intricacies of Athenian politics and the importance of building alliances with influential figures. As Demosthenes' reputation continued to grow, he became embroiled in a series of high-profile controversies, including a bitter feud with the Athenian statesman Aeschines. The two men clashed over issues related to foreign policy, with Demosthenes advocating for a more aggressive approach towards Macedon and Aeschines pushing for a more conciliatory stance. Their rivalry would continue to shape Athenian politics for years to come, with significant consequences for the city-state. Throughout this period, Demosthenes remained committed to his democratic ideals, consistently arguing that the power of the Athenian people must be protected and preserved. He saw himself as a champion of the common man, fighting against the corrupting influence of wealth and privilege. Demosthenes' unwavering dedication to democracy would ultimately earn him both admiration and enemies as he navigated the treacherous waters of 4th-century Greek politics. However, the challenges ahead will be significant as Demosthenes faces off against powerful foes, both within and outside Athens. As Alexander's power grew, Demosthenes became increasingly vocal in his opposition to Macedonian expansion. He delivered a series of speeches, known as the Philippics, in which he warned the Athenians about the dangers of Macedonian aggression and urged them to take decisive action against Alexander's father, Philip II. Demosthenes' messages were marked by their passion, eloquence, and persuasive power, inspiring many Athenians to rally behind him. Despite his efforts, however, Demosthenes faced significant challenges in his attempts to unite the Athenians against Macedon. The city-state was plagued by internal divisions, with some Athenians advocating for a more conciliatory approach towards Alexander and others pushing for all-out war. Demosthenes' own reputation was also under attack, as his rivals sought to undermine his credibility and question his motives. In 336 BCE, Philip II was assassinated, and Alexander succeeded him as king of Macedon. Demosthenes saw an opportunity to rally the Athenians against the new Macedonian leader, but his efforts were ultimately unsuccessful. Alexander's military campaigns were highly successful, and he quickly conquered much of Greece, including Thebes and Corinth. As Alexander's power grew, Demosthenes became increasingly isolated in Athens. Many of his former allies had defected to the Macedonian side, and he was left to face the consequences of his unwavering opposition to Alexander alone. In 324 BCE, Demosthenes was forced into exile after being accused of embezzling public funds. He fled to the island of Caloria, where he would eventually take his own life in 32 BCE rather than be captured by Alexander's soldiers. Despite his tragic end, Demosthenes' legacy as a champion of democracy and freedom has endured for centuries. His speeches continue to inspire and educate people around the world, offering valuable insights into the complexities of human nature and the importance of standing up for what one believes in. As the Greek historian Plutarch would later write, Demosthenes' oratory was like a mighty stream, which swept away all opposition and carried everything before it. His unwavering commitment to these principles ultimately cost him his life, but his legacy continues to inspire us today. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.